What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video today. I'm doing race 6 for the 2025 Tennessee Lottery 250. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Xfinity Series heads to Nashville Superspeedway, a 1.33-mile racetrack that can produce some really awesome and good racing from time to time, but it also is a very finesse track where it can also be very tough and really difficult to pass as well. The last time we ran the Xfinity Series at Nashville Superspeedway, we saw John Nemechek put up a dominating clinic, and I believe picked up a second win in the Xfinity Series in 2024. He will not be back this time around as he continues to focus on trying to run really well in the NASCAR Cup Series with Legacy Motor Club. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend is looking extremely promising. It's going to be 79 degrees the high with 61 degrees as they go with a 20% chance of rain with mostly sunny skies. Going to be pretty nice weather, especially for this time of year out in the Nashville area in early June. It's better weather than what we got last year, especially with it moved up a little bit earlier in the year. It's also going to be a night race as well, so it'll be a little bit cooler once the race starts. But the weather should be pretty good, and it's a nice weather if you're headed out to the racetrack this weekend at Nashville Superspeedway. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks usually work. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the week and who I don't think will have the pace and speed or have struggled throughout the beginning of the year. I do $200 picks, 2 drivers who desperately need a run to think of a really good run this weekend or really good at this type of track. And I do my winner's pick, the driver who thinks going to win the race overall. And I do usually the drivers to watch out for, and usually for the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series, I got 4 drivers I need to watch out for along with the race winner. So now, let's jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the 2025 Tennessee Lottery 250? My first suck pick for this weekend at Nashville Superspeedway is a driver to 17 car for Hendrick Motorsports, Corey Day. When you compare to the other drivers who've driven the number 17 car, of course, they are Cup Series drivers. Kyle Larson's already won a race so far in that car, and William Byron also won the most recent race at Texas. But when Corey Day gets behind a wheel, I don't expect much. I think Corey is a talented driver, but he has struggled in his NASCAR career up to this point. He was really bad in the Truck Series. He's going to do double duty, which I think will help him a little bit, but I just think he is unfortunately going to struggle this weekend across the board. He had a decent run going at Texas before getting caught up in a wreck. I think he struggles and doesn't run that well, unfortunately, compared to other drivers who've driven this car this weekend at Nashville. My second suck pick for this weekend at Nashville Superspeedway is a driver of the 99 car for Viking Motorsports, Matt DiBenedetto. Matt DiBenedetto's had some decent runs in this car so far this year, but generally it's been a little bit underwhelming. I think a lot of it has to do with the equipment he is in. They transitioned to Chevrolet, and there's been a lot of up and downs with this car. I think Matt DiBenedetto is going to have decent speed. He was really good here back in the Cup Series back 4 years ago, but it's been 4 years since he ran a Cup race, or a couple years, I should say, since he ran at the track on the Cup side. So I think DiBenedetto will have some decent speed this weekend, but I don't think he's going to be a major factor. I think it will be a little bit of struggle for him, unfortunately, this weekend at Nashville Superspeedway. And now we're going to head jump on to the underdog picks for the 2025 Tennessee Lottery 250. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend in Nashville Superspeedway is a driver of the 48 car for Big Machine Racing, Nick Sanchez. The last couple races for Nick Sanchez, I have noticed a lot of speed. While he's not getting the results in the finishes, the speed is there for that number 48 car. They've had more speed than when Parker Kligerman was behind the wheel. That 48 car has continued to improve on the speed charts. Nick Sanchez had top 5 speed at Charlotte, had top 5 speed at Texas Motor Speedway. I don't think this is a fluke. I think this 48 team is really up for the challenge. I think he's going to be fast, and I think Nick Sanchez will be very, very strong this weekend at Nashville with the Big Machine Racing team. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Nashville Superspeedway is the driver of the 54 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Taylor Gray. Taylor Gray, in my opinion, has been really solid, especially for a rookie. In fact, probably the most impressive rookie so far in 2025 compared to the other rookies. He's had a lot of speed this year, but unfortunately results have not shown for the number 54 team, but he had a really good speed at Charlotte before he had a tire issue. And I know Nashville's a little bit different than Charlotte, but I think that speed is no fluke. He won the pole for the race at Charlotte. I like the speed that I am seeing from the number 54 team currently at the moment, thanks to Jason Ratcliffe being there to help this program. I think he's going to be fast, though, and I think Taylor Gray will have a good chance and opportunity for a really strong and good run this weekend at Nashville Superspeedway. I think he's going to have a fast car. And now we're going ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for the 2025 Tennessee Lottery 250. Who am I picking to win? The driver who I'm picking to win this weekend in Nashville is going to be a little bit bold. But this guy had a lot of speed this past weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and this car recently won at Texas Motor Speedway. I am picking the driver of the 88 car for Junior Motorsports, Connor Zilisch, to pick up his third career NASCAR Xfinity win, his second win of 2025, and I think he picks up his first oval win this weekend. Look, the 88 car, like I mentioned, has been very fast recently. Connor Zilisch has had a lot of speed this year. He just hasn't had all the results to show for it. But at Charlotte, despite the fact he had been gone for a couple of weeks, he had a really fast car. And on top of getting those Cup reps as well with the Red Bull sponsorship, which are going to, of course, sponsor SVG in the Cup Series race this weekend, I think Connor Zilisch is going to get it done. He's a very talented driver. He's got a lot of potential. He does make some mistakes. There's no denying that, but I think Zilisch is going to have a fast car. I think Connor Zilisch comes off the corner, and I think he's going to get the win this weekend at Nashville. And now we're going to head jump on the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend in Nashville. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver you need to watch out for this weekend at Nashville is a driver 7 car for Junior Motorsports, Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier has been arguably the fastest guy, probably truly has been the fastest guy in the Xfinity Series so far this year. He's gotten 2 wins so far, but realistically probably should have 3 or 4 wins at this point. And Justin Allgaier, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, does have an Xfinity win. If I'm not, you can correct me in the comments. But Justin Allgaier, nonetheless, is going to have a very fast car. This 7 car has shown really great speed at this track historically, had a really fast car in this race last year too, if I remember correctly. I think he's going to be really fast, and I think he certainly will be really, really strong for sure this weekend at Nashville. The second driver I need to watch out for this weekend at Nashville is a driver of the 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Eric Almirola. This is technically the number 20 car for last year, and like I mentioned earlier, the 19 car won this race last year with John Hunter Nemechek with the 20 team. I think he's going to be really strong this weekend. Almirola is always very, very good at this track. He's been good here in the past, especially on the Cup front and side. I think they're going to bring a really fast car for him. I think he's going to have the pace and speed. I think Eric Almirola will contend for the win this weekend at Nashville Super Speedway. The third driver I need to watch out for this weekend at Nashville is a driver of the number 9 car for Junior Motorsports, Raj Chastain. Raj Chastain is making his third of 4 or 5 schedule starts with this team so far this year. And Raj Chastain, the other 2 times he's been behind the wheel of this car, he's been very, very competitive. At Circuit of the Americas, he was one of the few guys that could keep up with Connor Zilisch early in the race, but unfortunately had a speeding penalty. Then the next race he ran this car, Darlington, he had one of the strongest cars and finished inside of the top 5. I think he's going to be really fast. Ross has been really good at Nashville, won the Cup Series race at this track 2 years ago, and of course he just recently picked up a win in the Coke 600. So I think he's going to be fast, and I think he's going to have a good chance and opportunity to get the win in Xfinity at Nashville. And the fourth final driver that I think you should watch out for this weekend at Nashville is a driver 00 car for the Haas factory team, Sheldon Creed. Sheldon Creed has had a lot of speed this year, but unfortunately not all the results have been showing up on the track. But I think he's due for a win at this point. I think he has a very good chance to get it done because I think the 00 car, considering this car was really fast last year and fast 2 years ago at this track, I think he's going to have a really good car capable of going to victory lane. I think they're going to bring the pace and speed they desperately need. I think Sheldon Creed is going to have a very good car. I think he's been really good this year at times. Yes, he hasn't had all the results to show for, but I think this car will be very, very good and really strong for sure this weekend at Nashville Super Speedway. So, those are my race 6 for the 2025 Tennessee Lottery 250 at Nashville. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Corey Day, Matt Benedetto. My underdog picks are Nick Sanchez, Taylor Gray. My winner's pick is Connor Zilisch. And the ones to watch out for, Justin Allgaier, Eric Almirola, Raj Chastain, and Sheldon Creed. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be it for the Race 6 video for the 2025 Tennessee Lottery 250 at Nashville Super Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your picks below for this weekend in Nashville. Tell me your suck picks, tell me your underdog picks, tell me your winner's pick, and let me know the drivers you're watching out for this weekend at Nashville. Let me your picks in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to have a NASCAR news video discussing news over the course of the last couple days. We're going to talk about the increased talk about horsepower coming in. We're going to talk about Jim France nearly owning a Cup having a Cup Series car for Jack Aiken behind the wheel in the Action Express team coming in. We're also going to talk about some other stuff like the appeal from yesterday. And then, of course, we're also going to have the Penske video as well dropping near the middle of the day. And then, of course, we are also going to have the Truck Series race review from National Super Speedway, depending on what happens with the weather, because the weather could be a little bit unfortunate for the weekend. And then on Saturday, we're going to have the Xfinity Series reactions to the race and Cup qualifying reactions for the Cracker Barrel 400. I also did race fix for the Cracker Barrel 400 earlier today. I suggest going and checking that out. And then, of course, on Sunday, we're going to have the starting lineup video for the Cracker Barrel 400, and we're also going to have the Cup review for the Cracker Barrel 400 as well. And then on Monday, we should have a NASCAR news video discussing it over the course of the last couple days. We got content coming on people like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Cards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Raj Chastain coming soon. Harrison Burton, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Carson Quaffle, Connor Zillich, Ross Chastain, Brad Keselowski, Ryan Preece, all the good stuff. Same with Cleesa, Farland Dodge, and all the good stuff will be dropping on the channel in the coming days and weeks. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content, other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.